What's going on, guys? This is the One Man Army, Mr. Easy for Life, coming back with you guys with another Brave Frontier Japanese video. Today we're going to be evolving one of the new 6-star units that just came out on the JP. There was a new batch that was introduced, and as you can see over here, there's a new batch right there. And we're going to be evolving the Earth unit. That's right, the Earth unit today. And I want to go ahead and tell you guys why, or just a second, I'm going to tell you guys why she is one of the greatest units in this batch, in my opinion. Her name is going to be Flower Goddess Rosetta, and this is what you're going to need to evolve her. So right now, you're going to need a Miracle Totem. You're going to need 2 Earth Totems, 1 Earth Pod, and 1 Metal Mimic with 500,000 Zel, level 80 out of 80. And like I said, I'm going to tell you guys, you know, with every single 6-star video, I'm going to tell you guys why this unit is amazing and why it's just, this unit in general is just really amazing in my opinion. Like, I have never seen a unit like this before in my life, and I'm going to tell you guys that why in just a second. So we're going to go ahead and evolve it right about now. Okay, so there we go. So let's go ahead and evolve her. Yeah, Flower Goddess Rosetta is very amazing indeed. Is one of those units. Oh man, you know, these units, every time these units come out, I always feel amazed on the design. I love the design of all these units. You know, every time they come out with a new batch, is always something creative, always something unique in my eyes. You know, I just had to take a screenshot. You know, I always take a screenshot on every single 6-star because I just love the design of how they come out with these new 6-star units. It's just amazing. You know, every time they come out with a new batch, is always something creative, always something unique to the eye. And yeah, so there's her base stats right there. You can see it right there, her base stats. Yeah, so I want to go ahead and do a couple of fusions as well. I think I had a crystal when I was doing this. I think I had a crystal and a couple of the ghosts or whatever. But I also want to show you guys there's something new that recently just came out on this on the JP server. It's a new item that you can use to evolve your, or not evolve, but it's not really an evo mat. It's more of a I guess a stat thing. Like they came out with basically came out with a new imp. And they also came out with a new Burst Frog. It's pretty cool. There's a new dungeon that recently just came out, and there you go, level 30 something. And you can see her base stats right there. She is wearing a I was gonna say a Rosetta Stone. She's wearing a Sacred Jewel, and so that's pretty much all stats up by 15%. As you can see her stats right there, it's pretty good. You know, I really, you know, every time they come out with the new 6-star units as well, is they always, their stats just seem to get more and more amazing every time they come out. But with more stats coming out, or more higher stats rates coming out, you can definitely expect a bigger challenge when it comes to the dungeons or the raid bosses or something like that. You know, that's the whole reason why why they decided to make the stats so high on these units, is because, you know, eventually they're gonna make a dungeon, or they're gonna make a huge challenge for us, and we're gonna need these really amazing 6-star units and all their stats or whatever. So yeah. So anyway, let's get rid of excuse me, Mifune. Make the spot for Rosetta. There's her stats one more time. Just want to show you guys that. I'm gonna add a favorite to her because she is also an anima. I forgot to mention that, is that I was able to summon her in an anima form. I was really lucky about that. We're gonna go to our regular test drive, whatever. Go to the Mistral, and I think since she's an Earth, we're gonna go talk to West, which is right over here. I want to see if I can go ahead and find another Earth friend so I can use her leader skill. It's not really Earth specific material, but I want to go ahead and show you guys that. Now, I was very fortunate enough to you know, shout out to Yui, or Yei, or whatever, how you pronounce Y-E-I or whatever, because she actually has the unit that we're actually showcasing today. As you can see, it's a level 100 anima, super brave burst unlocked, so you can see the stats right there. I think that's a Sacred Jewel, but I don't know what the other sphere, the purple one, is. But yeah, so there's your stats if you wanted to know what the base level 100 anima Rosetta is. So yes, there we go. Thanks. By the way, shout out to Yui, or I'm just gonna call you Yui, you know, even though I can't pronounce Yay or whatever, or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and use her here. I'm gonna go ahead, fill up our items, and just head up into the dungeon or whatever. Alright, so yeah guys, Rosetta, here we go with the usual information I want to give you guys. This, like I said, this unit is just completely amazing, and this is why. So I have all the information here. Shout out to Neralt for giving me the information. But her name is Flower Goddess Rosetta, and her leader skill is a 75% boost to Spark, and a Brave Burst Gauge fill rate, or 75 boost to Spark, and Brave Burst Gauge fill rate during Spark. Okay, so basically, your Brave Burst Gauge will fill up faster while during Spark. You know, it's a 75% boost. That's your leader skill. Her regular Brave Burst, which you're gonna see in a second, is actually a now I need you to take notes on this one, because this is amazing. her regular Brave Burst is a 30 hit Earth Elemental attack on all enemies. That's right, guys. Even though that's it, like that's pretty much it, you know, like even though the fact that she's 30 hits and she does not do an extra add-on with her regular Brave Burst, just knowing that we actually finally have a unit that can actually Brave Burst and that actually has a Brave Burst with 30 hits. Now that is just truly amazing in my opinion, you know. 30 hits on the regular Brave Burst. I mean, even though there's nothing else with that, it's, I mean, 30 hits, guys. I have never seen a unit like that. The closest unit that I've seen come near, or I guess a 6-star unit that come near on the Brave Burst is probably Sheeta. I think his is about 25 hits or whatever. But yeah, Rosetta is 30 hits, guys. And her Super Brave Burst, here we go with the Super Brave Burst, it actually goes down to 20 hits. Her Super Brave Burst is a 20 hit Earth Elemental attack on all enemies and an 80% Spark buff. So that is just completely insane, guys. I have never seen a unit that will buff your Spark up to 80%. I just really haven't. And as you can see, here's her Super Brave Burst thanks to my friend, and also the Brave Burst you saw in just the last couple of rounds ago or whatever. So that's the animation. It's really cool. I love that. And yeah, guys, so that was her regular and her Super Brave Burst. But like I said, guys, I don't actually know how many times she hits. I want to say it's about maybe like 6 to 10, maybe something like that. It's definitely something high. When you were seeing Rosetta hit all those trash mobs or whatever, you can definitely tell that it was more than, definitely more than 5 hits. I can say that for sure. Because I was seeing a lot of BC production rate. I don't know if she has double check, but I do know that she actually costs about 28, so that's a pretty much an average cost of all these new 6-star units. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much her 6-star form and all that goodness. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure, you know, at this point you already know what her base stats is gonna be at when she's level 100. You saw my friend's Rosetta. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on what you think of this unit. I know for a fact that Ushi himself has been trying to get this unit, and don't get me wrong, he's gonna get her. I know that for sure. But you know, I recommend this unit to anybody out there. You know, this is an amazing unit. You don't have to basically get a Super Brave Burst finally before. You know, you don't have to get a Super Brave Burst at this point to get a unit that actually hits 30 times, which will actually help you out on your unlimited Super Brave Burst squad. That's really good. That's actually really good for questing, or just really good for any, like, mostly raid battles too, because you want to have a lot of BC production rate. So that 30 hits on a regular Brave Burst is just completely amazing. I guess, you know, sacrificing the fact that we actually don't get anything extra, like no probable paralysis, no not even a single spark buff until her Super Brave Burst or anything like that. You know, we still get 30 hits, guys. That is one of the and that's actually one of the best formulas in my opinion when it comes to finding an unlimited Super Brave Burst squad. You want to have a lot of hits so you can get a lot of BC production, and this is a unit that we have all been waiting for. I feel like this is a unit that we have been missing out on, or a unit that just has been prolonging to come out or whatever, because like I said, I have never seen a unit that actually hits 30 times in the regular Brave Burst. Coming to the fact that her Super Brave Burst goes down to 20 hits, we can definitely tell with that 80% spark buff that this unit is definitely the unit to have when it comes to doing a lot of spark damage. Now, if you were to put the Steeple Rose sphere on her, which is I believe it's a 50% increase in damage during spark, or spark damage or something like that. Now, if you were to put that on your units with her leader skill intact, which is 75% spark buff during and also a BC production Brave Burst gauge fill rate during spark, and also her Super Brave Burst is in, you know, it's active, I guess. That's actually really amazing. Now, as you're seeing right here, I wanted to show you guys the two new items that they just came out with, which I don't know what they're called. I can't read Japanese, but as you can see, I just call this one the Miracle Imp. As you can see at the top right there in the achievement store, they have a Miracle Imp, and what that does, when I was recording this, I actually used it on my Ez, and I figured out what it does. I think, you know, I really do think that this is what it does. There is a dungeon, by the way, that has these two items that you can go ahead and grab. Now, I think they might do the thing where you do it once and you have to wait a day before it reappears in the Vortex dungeon, but you definitely have a chance of getting these two items. Now, with the Imp, what it does is that it's kind of like it's a Miracle Imp, basically. It will basically increase all your stats for the equivalent of 3 imps each, meaning if you were to use this imp on any of your units, your HP will increase by 3 imps, your attack will increase by 3 imps, and your defense and recovery will be increased by 3 imps. So you get 3 imp stats upgrades per stat or whatever, if that makes any sense to you. So your attack gets increased 3 times the amount of 3 imps basically. And yeah, you know, it's basically just all the imps times 3. That's what it does, and I think that's really amazing. I really do. Now, when it comes to that new burst frog, as you can see right there, it's actually bigger than the regular burst frog, and it's more of a, it's actually a super rare. I believe the burst frogs are like rares. This one's like a super rare, so it's a 4-star frog or whatever. Now what that does, it's really amazing, guys. Like, this is something that we've been wanting. I can assure you we have been wanting this for a long time. It basically increases your brave burst by 5. That's what it does. That's amazing. So if you were to get 2 of those bad boys, you instantly have a super brave burst, because that's what it does. I'm pretty sure, because when I put it on my Ez, he was level 1, regular brave burst, and when I put 3 burst frogs and 1 of those king burst frogs, and I don't know if it's actually called a king burst frog, but I remember I put that on there, and his brave burst went instantly up to 9. You know, 5 on the 1, which makes it 6, and then 3, which makes it up to 9. If I had 1 more regular burst frog, you would have got a super brave burst, and then I would need to do like you know, 10 more levels or 9 more levels to get his ultimate. But if they are going to do the dungeon where it appears every day, once every day, if you do it, then, you know, I hope they do that, because I only need about practically 2 more king burst frogs in order for me to get that ultimate brave burst. So that's what I was hoping. So as you can see over here, I was messing around, and I didn't actually use my king, or not my king, but my miracle imp, and that's what it looks like right there. It's pretty cool. It looks like a freaking grandfather imp or whatever, whatever you want to call it. So I actually put it into my imp, and this was actually the first time I was using it. As you can see, after it fuses into Ez, that all the stats go up by ×3, as you can see right there. So that's pretty cool right there. I was really stoked when I saw that. I was like, now I knew that all the stats were gonna go up, but I actually didn't think that all the stats were gonna go up by ×3 basically. Because when I looked at Ez over here, I was mentioning, or I was thinking, like, I'm pretty sure I had about 180 or 160 defense, and now it's like 240 or whatever. And I do know that every imp increases your stats by 20. So if you did the math, that's about 3 imps, right? It was like 160 or 180, and then they went up to 240. So yeah, all the stats go up ×3, basically, for the equivalent of 3 imps or something like that. So it's really cool to have, and I honestly really do hope that they actually you know, do the dungeon every single day, or you know, at least 2 or 3 more days, because I really want that king burst frog. That's pretty much the only important thing that I really want, is that king burst frog, because I mean, 5 times instant brave burst level, like, that's OP. That really is. And you know, with that, I'm definitely gonna get Ez's ultimate brave burst in no time. So, you know, and Ez being my best unit of all time at this point, it's actually definitely better than Maxwell and Cardez, you know, the 7-star units. But yeah, guys, that was pretty much the bonus that I wanted to show you guys as well. I was planning to make this into a separate part, but you know, I figured you guys would want to see this too, all in one video. So, you know, we got a 6-star evolution video, and then I showcased the miracle imp. I don't know if it's called that, but I just want to call it that, because it looks like a miracle imp. You know, anything rainbow-ish and white-ish and light elemental type, it's all like miracle to me. But yeah, guys, and I showed you guys, or I told you guys what the king burst frog does. But yeah, so there you go, guys. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys today. You got the 6-star Rosetta, and along with the 2 new items. If the dungeons are open up for you, or open for you, which I believe it came out yesterday, if you're watching this today, then definitely go ahead and do it immediately. Because if they end up doing the thing because they usually do this when it comes to those types of dungeons, is you do it once, then you have to wait another day to do it again. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching today's today's 6-star evolution video on Flower Goddess Rosetta. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this unit, and I hope you all enjoyed today's video. And stay tuned for a 100 gem summon. I want to go ahead and do a 100 gem summon on the global version to start off the year of 2015. It's coming out either New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, so go ahead and check out your sub box for that if you have the time. If not, have fun with your family and celebrate New Year's and all that goodness. And I hope you're all having a very easy day. I love every single one of you easy members out there. And this has been the One Man Army, Mr. Easy for Life. I'm out. Peace.